Hi there, this is Batman. I'm one of the Forgiven Misfits, and this here is our show. We're entrepreneurs looking to make an impact in the world with our products and services that we believe in. And for some reason, a lot of us Forgiven Misfits seem to be in network marketing. So one of the first rules of business is give the people what they want. So we're going to be talking about network marketing a lot, just so you know here. So how can a square peg in a round hole, a rebel, a renegade, a misfit, how can they survive to carry on with this purpose they feel called to live out? That's the question. Coach Spiegel and his fellow misfits and this show are the answer. Hey, misfit. What is happening with you today? I am just leaving the gas station right now. Got some great lessons to teach you all about some personal branding. Personal branding. First up, do you know where branding comes from? Do you want to know? It's so cool because this is like my origins, being a farmer boy, growing up farmer boy out in the country. Grew up on a farm out in Wisconsin, and so branding has to do with dogs. Cows growing up would I don't mean like me growing up, but like in this country here growing up, cows would get out all the time, and worse yet, competitive farmers would go over and steal their enemies' cows. They just go steal them. Cows equaled money. And same thing with steer and cows and all that fun stuff. And so what the people did is they took the burner thingies. It was like, you've probably seen it on like commercials for stuff. It's like a hot poker. And then they would put that on top of their oxen. It would be like the initials from that Farmer Bob or something, FB. Would be like his initials, and then he would burn him into old Betty the cow or something. That way, if neighbor and enemy farmer Joe wanted to steal him, they'd be like, oh, shoot, he branded him. I guess I can't do that. So branding is like putting your name on something. It's yours. It represents it. So I want you from now on to knock it off with the company branding, because you just come across as an infomercial. Dude, they're getting bombarded 4,000 times a day. They go onto your Facebook, and there's your newsfeed, and there's your like, all right, my product is so cool because da-da-da-da-da. And I know you're proud of your product. I'm not knocking that at all, Misfit. I know you love it. I know it's good for you. I know it's good for those people that take it, and you believe in it and all that fun stuff. But people do not like getting sold to, especially on social media. When they want something, they'll search it out. If their dishwasher breaks down, they're going to go on Google and they're going to Google the best dishwasher repairman around here. They'll search it out. And you just got to be prevalent. You just got to be top of mind. And I'm going to show you how to do that now. It's called personal branding. And it is the smartest thing you could do with your network marketing biz. And this is really, as it pertains to network marketing, this works for you as well. And for your product, for your service, even if you're not in the network marketing, this is just really, really smart information for you, okay, Misfit? And it just happens to be taking care of a lot of people in info network marketing, because that tends to be the gateway drug into entrepreneurship. A lot of greats went through that route, network marketing into entrepreneurship. So I got some 3 steps here for you as far as personal branding. First up, let's get one reason. First up, 2 big reasons why to go personal branding route. And then it's like your product is a part of your personal brand. Like it's you are on a mission. It's you that's leading the charge, and it's like you're the Batman, and your product is like Robin. You're leading the charge. You're going after something. And your product is like helping it out. Your opportunity is helping it out. You're going after it. I mentioned some great entrepreneurs that came before us that went the network marketing route first. One comes up big time is Darren Hardy. Darren Hardy started off as network marketing. He was selling filters. When he was 19, I do believe. and he loved it. Loved it until it became something to him. It fed something in him, and I am more so helping out, in case you want to know. I'm definitely helping out entrepreneurs, and specifically network marketers that are kind of in that sweet spot of they can stay the network marketing route their whole entire lives, as long as they're going the personal branding route, and that's what I'm definitely helping out with. But they're more so creating something that's theirs, their own products, their own services, their own courses. Even if you want to, let's say you're selling a bottle of potions, you go create your own potions and go out and sell it. I want you to use what you're picking up on in the network marketing and use that when it comes time to building your own thing, because of what I'm going to be telling you right here, right now. Because when you're on social media and you're broadcasting your product, people can tune you out. It's like a channel. We're in a permission-based economy right now, where if we don't want to hear about something, we don't have to hear about it. Gone are the days when we're watching a television show and we have to suffer through the commercials because we're too lazy to get up, or we're like waiting for the commercials. Remember the Saturday morning cartoons? After these messages, we'll be right back. Remember that? Yeah, bring back some memories. Saturday morning cartoons. And let me ask you a question. So those Saturday morning cartoons, what commercials do you remember? Do you remember any of them? No, but you remember the shows, right? Well, that's how it was back then, when they were forced, when the commercials and advertisements were forced upon us. They advertisement raped us growing up. And it was even worse for the generations before us. And I'm part of generation now. What's the generation? I'm X, Y. Am I in the Y? I'm the millennial. I don't know whatever generation that is. Z, Y, X. Are we X? Us millennials? I don't know. And so nowadays we get to tune it out. Did you know that you can go on Facebook right now, and so you just log into Facebook and hit the app there and click on, it's the second one. It's always like a real one, real Facebook post, from your family or friends, and then it's a sponsored one. And you can actually click on looks like a little triangle. It's like an up arrow, I do believe, or it's a down arrow, one of those two. And you can click on it, and it actually will say, you have options. You say, Facebook actually gives you options. Why am I seeing this? And you can actually click on it, and it'll say why and how the advertiser got that ad in front of you. It's because you're friends of this Facebook page. It's because of, sometimes it's the algorithm, so Facebook will be like, it's the algorithm. They'll just kind of say that. And so, sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm kind of behind a motorcycle right now, driving, and I don't know what this guy's going to be doing. He sped up to go past me, and then now he's going slow. You hear that? Did you hear that? Brrr. Just passed a Harley. That was pretty awesome, wasn't it? Harleys rock. So, dude, people can choose whether to have your ad in front of them or not. And if you go on Facebook and you're just spamming your link, spamming your offer, you're going to get Facebook blacklisted. Facebook's going to be like, dude, that's not why we exist. Our platform, our Facebook, does not exist for you to advertise your product. And that's the danger when you go down that route. So that's number one. Number two is it's just really, really good business sense. When you're attached to that one network marketing, what I'm going to use, for example, Isogenics right now. Somebody is a weight loss coach and have gone the Isogenics. And all they do is they hand out business cards with Isogenics business cards. All they do is they're on their Facebook fan page. All they're doing is talking about their latest flavor about something, something, something. All they're doing is sharing a success story about Susie that just lost 20 pounds. And Isogenics is actually doing things really, really smart, really, really awesome right now. I'm just using this as an example. But let's say you are you're a promoter for Isogenics, or you're a recruiter for Isogenics. What happens when Isogenics, if it happens, I don't think it will, but what happens if Isogenics goes belly up? Boom. You're going to jump over to Herbalife. You're going to jump over to Thrive. And then you're going to like start doing that. And people that are watching you, prospects, are going to be like seeing it. They're like, they'll go back to your Facebook news feed, and not only is it bad because like you get the rug pulled out from underneath you, whoop, like that, and you got to start all over again with another company. Versus, let's say you're personal branded. Let's say your name, your first name, last name.com, and it's your person. I'm going to talk to you today. I'm going to give you 3 steps to getting personally branded. But now it's like, long story short, Misfit, your personal brand is more like your mission that you're on, your purpose, why that you exist, why that you're on the mission that you are, what happened in your life that this product, this company, this opportunity changed it for you, and how are you doing that for others? And that's the mission that you're on. Why does Apple exist? Great resource there. Go read Start With Why. The greatest brands of our day are always, they start with why. And Simon Sinek actually breaks down the specific steps why a company is actually successful. And start with why. And it's usually having to do with the cause, having to do with the mission. Everything comes back to it. It becomes your calling card. It becomes your line in the sand moment. Like, this is who we are. This is who we stand for. This is why we're doing this. And you kind of know where your morals are at with that as far as that is concerned. So when you are your own personal brand, yourname.com, and let's say instead of being an isogenics coach or a Thrive coach or a weight loss, you could just be a weight loss coach. You can be. It's almost like it's almost like you could be a personal trainer. You could be a health coach, and now isogenics is helping you on the side. Isogenics is like the vehicle to help you out. It's like a tool in your toolbox that's going there. Like you can, if isogenics, that way isogenics goes belly up, you're just like, oh, now it's Thrive. And you're promoting you yourself as a coach. You think about like as a consultant, as a health coach, as whatever personal branding that you're going after, and why that you're on the mission that you are. And now we're going to break into your steps about personal branding. Where to go from here as far as getting yourself a personal brand. 3 steps for you, Misfit. Number 1, determine. Okay, number 1 and number 2 are kind of related here, but we're gonna. Actually, we got 3, 4. No, how many steps? 4 steps. Okay, 4 steps. Number 1 is determine who it is that you're serving, and getting really, 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 really specific with it. Super specific. Who it is that you're serving. Okay, I'm going to give you an example here. And so this is your area of expertise in your target audience. So let me give you an example here. I was working with this one coach, this one personal trainer, health coach, if you will, and she is a representative of Advocare. Loves Advocare. But she puts her brand first. She was advertising herself as an Advocare coach. She's all over Instagram. She's all over Facebook, doing that such. And she still was a personal trainer. Her husband owned a studio, but she was helping out her. Like she trained out of her husband's studio. She had her own clients around the clock, and it was like Advocare. She chose Advocare because of what they stood for, because of who the brand was, all that fun stuff. But she branded herself as firstname.lastname.com, and she went after a mission. So I talked to her. I'm like, okay, who's your target market? Who it is that you're serving? And she said, athletes. Great. Awesome. Athletes. Okay, let's get even super narrowed down specific more than that. Who athletes? College athletes, high school athletes, Pee-wee athletes, Little League, who it is. Pros? Are we going the pro route, strength and conditioning route? What kind of athletes? And she's going after female athletes in college that play soccer. That's who she's helping. That's who she's serving. And no, I think she had guys in there too playing soccer. Her background was in soccer, and so now she's helping out. And college, I think and that's it. And you can get even more narrowed down with that. So it can be soccer, it can be a position, forwards in soccer. So that way, everybody, Joe Blow, health coach, trainer out there, and replicate this Misfit for whichever business that you're in. Okay. Let's say you went through, let's go skincare. Let's help out the Avon. if you're an Avon rep out there, let's help you out. Not Avon, sorry. Labri. I guess Avon's got some skincare too, don't they? Let's go after the Labri. Let's say you have some really bad acne, and it affected who you were as an adult, and you were no longer fun to be around. All of a sudden, your acne got cured, and now you're on a mission to help out 1,000 other females with acne. You just went after one problem, one target market, and you're solving it. And you're going. This is your mission that you're on. This is like your hammer. This is like your blocker. This is like why you're doing what you're doing, and you're doing it for these reasons. And your product helps you out on this mission. Helps you out. You can go off and create your own product. You can go create your own skincare line and stuff. But somebody did it already. Look at that. And they're letting you sell their products. Cool. That way, if Labri goes belly up, you're like, well, I still got my mission. I still got my 1,000 females that I'm helping out. And then when it's 1,000, you just go after 10,000. And then you go after 1,000,000 or something like that. That way you're on this mission. You're on this goal. And then you just go to the next skincare. And you actually can switcheroo whatever product or service that your network marketing or you're choosing to hook up with. Think about it. There's thousands of network marketing opportunities. And when you're just broadcasting your product, this is why this product's so awesome. Da, 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 da. This is why you got to have this. Da, 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 da. Here's my buy now button. Here's my sales page. You're sounding like everybody else. There's thousands of them. Because guess what? You're in the skincare. There's people in the healthcare. There's people in the wellness care. There's people in other care. All those sorts of them. Pills, lotions, oils. There's thousands of them. And you're just sounding like it. And then when you're doing your presentation, when you're doing your talking, or you're doing your prospecting, you're telling them, hey, nice to meet you. Who are you? I'm like, oh, I'm a rep for Avon or something like that. No, it's like, no, I am me, and I'm helping out. Like, let's say you're just your business opportunity with Avon. I'm helping out moms, stay-at-home moms, create a little side income so that they can feel like they're contributing to the family or something like that. Boom, now we're talking about your mission. Who it is that you're serving and why that you're on the mission that you are. And narrow it down, Misfit. Narrow that sucker down. Go read Kevin Kelly's 1,000 True Fans. And if you're worried about going too narrow, like, oh, no, I got to help everybody. Start off really, really narrow, really, really nice and tight, and get like 1,000 True Fans. Let's say you found 1,000 true fans that solve that one particular problem, adult acne. What in the weight loss world, who needs that weight loss? Who needs that wellness? That's what you're going after. All you need is 1,000 of them that are going to give you $100 one time a year, and that's $100,000 a year business. Kevin Kelly breaks it down even further than that, and this pertains to any business, brand in any kind of business. This is just really, really works really, really good for network marketing because now it's no longer, I am a blank and blank rep. I am me, and this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. Makes sense so far, Misfit? You following me? Good. So that's your first step. Number 2, what's unique about you? What's so special about you? And on this mission that you are, this is one of the first questions that they ask you on, if you were to go on Shark Tank, is they ask you, yeah, your product is cool. Your idea is cool. What makes you special? And so as a person, hold on. Oh, never mind. I thought that was a cop in front of me. It's not illegal talking on a microphone, but you never know with these cops. But that was not a cop. So they ask, why you? What is so special about you? What is unique about you? And I'm not talking about your proposition, unique selling proposition. I'm talking about you. Know what your strengths are. Know what your weaknesses are. Know what you're good at. Know where your natural tendencies are. Are you a natural writer? Are you a speaker? How are you on video? How are you helping people? What avenue are you going about helping people? Are you giving it to them no nonsense? Are you giving it to them? Are you a little goofy, a little off the wall like me? Are you like super high energy like me? And just something that makes you unique, something that makes you stand out. You don't want to come across looking like everybody else. Are you extremely good at video, editing videos? Are you really, really good at music? Can you be like Phoebe from Friends and just incorporate that kind of uniqueness into what you're doing? Like me, I tell a lot of stories. I tell a lot of jokes. I joke around a lot. I have very, very high energy. And I'm just a big kidder. And my voice is all over the place. And I don't know if you could tell like that. I've got a lot of inflection in my voice. And just because you don't have to be charismatic, like I don't know if I'm charismatic. I've been told like hundreds of times I'm charismatic. But like if you feel like, oh, I'm so boring, I don't know. Like that's fine. Like we'll work on whatever we need to work on if it's worth it to work on. But if like your natural strength is somewhere else, we're going to go that route, Misfit. This is about making sure that you win. So that's your number 2 thing. Really kind of knowing yourself. Okay, why it is that you're going after this, why it is mission that you're on. Because whatever you're doing, leads me to number 3 here, is content marketing. Whatever you're doing, you're going to have to kick out content. You're going to have to share stuff with people to solve their problems. That's a totally different apart from that's not a sales pitch. Not a sales pitch. You are actually answering their questions, content via video. Video's the ultimates. I want you to really, really think about going the video route, because if you don't, it's going to be extremely, extremely uphill. It's your choice. I understand you're fearful of that. I understand you're scared of that. And I used to be too, and I still am, still doing other things. But then maybe, how can you do it? If you're not going to go the video route, what can you do? Can you do podcasts like this? Can you do blog posts? Can you do articles? Can you share other people? Are you a really good curator of knowledge where you can distill a book into like 3 lessons and say, here, you can read this book 5 hours, or these are the main points that pulled out of it. There's an excellent podcast out there. I think it's called Booked Morning, where the guy actually reads a book and he actually summarizes it in 10 minutes. And you still want to read the book. And it's kind of like that Terminator thing, if it's worth it. I don't know if you know who Tai Lopez is. Tai Lopez, he's a very, very rich marketer online. But that's how he got his start. All he did is he read books. He summarized it in a note card, and he just shared that with everybody on YouTube videos. That's it. And then eventually he built up an audience, and then he's like, hey, what do you want me to sell you? He did the Johnny Carson clothes. Are you familiar with that one, Misfit? You want me to tell you? Okay, hold on one second. I got to drink water. It's a $1 million brand right here. I'm giving you the tools for $1 million brand, especially with this Jimmy Carson clothes. Jimmy Carson clothes. I'm going to summarize it real quick for you here. Jimmy Carson. This is on late night television show back before Jimmy Fallon and David Letterman and Jay Leno. He had on the world's best, greatest salesperson. I think that was back in the day where they called him salesman, because there was like no girls around. So is that super sexist? There's girls that are like, it's called, oh, there comes the salesman. And then if a girl that was selling, like, there's the salesperson, or did they call him like saleswoman? I don't know. I hate those greatest salesmen. Og Mandino, one of the greatest books ever, talking about sales, and the title of the book, Greatest Salesman in the World, Greatest Sales, something like that. I'm like, no, Og Mandino, no, because girls actually make the best salespeople, just so you know. All right, so anyways, Johnny Carson had on, and he goes, oh, so you're the greatest salesperson of all time, huh? The greatest salesman in the world. And Johnny Carson, and I think his name was Greg. Greg is like, yep, I'm the greatest. And he's like, well, prove it to me. Sell me something. And Greg goes, okay, could be a little rusty on this. We might have to refresh it. I think I remember the steps. So Greg goes, okay, Johnny Carson, I'll go ahead and sell you something. But first, what do you want me to sell you? So Johnny Carson looks around. He picks up the ashtray. It's a big black ashtray. And it's huge. Somewhere in there was a joke. If you can find it. I don't know if that was meant to be funny or not. But it's a huge black ashtray. And he goes, sell me this. Okay, Johnny, I'll go ahead and sell you that ashtray. But first, okay, I messed that part up. I think you just said but first on the second question. She goes, oh, yeah, I'll go ahead and sell you that ashtray. What? But first, why do you want me to sell you this ashtray? And Johnny Carson goes, well, it's a really cool ashtray. It's really big, and my guests really like it, and it's for my guests, and And it's clean, it's roomy, and all that. And Greg is like, "Wow, sounds like you really want this ashtray." And Johnny's like, "Yeah, I do." He goes, "So how much would you be willing to pay for an ashtray like that?" And Johnny Carson goes, "It's a really good ashtray. I'd probably say $25. Okay, Johnny, I'll let you have it for $25. Boom! Drop the mic. That was it right there. The Johnny Carson close. How much talking did Greg have to do? I don't know if his name was Greg, to be honest with you. I don't remember what his name was. But how much talking did he have to do? How much answering objections did he have to do? There's one element I would have added to that. If you want me to give you a quick little sales tip here, he should have anchored that $25. He should have said, "Well, just so you know, normally that goes for $100, but I'll let you have it for $25 today." Boom, that would have really, really worked then, because that's all anchoring, because it's all about value proposition. How much is it actually worth? If I'm driving by a car that just says $100 on it, I have no idea if that's a great deal, if it's an awful deal, of what I'm getting or not. But if I see you drive by a car that says $20,000, cross off, and there's $100, I'm like, oh, why was it $20,000? Is it brand new or whatnot? It's just anchoring. It's just propositioning that price in your mind. That's a really long story. Very different from, not so much different from branding, but on a different topic. So forget where we went off on that one. But anyways, your step 3 there is all about content marketing, all about helping solve a problem, doing things your unique way, solving their problems before you ask for a thing. You're being giving, you're being kind, you're being considerate. It's almost like they have a problem. Let's say their problem is they need to get to the top of a mountain and they don't know the way to get there. And so they need a guide, a coach, a mentor to show them. I have no idea where the trails are. I don't know. I don't want to get eaten by a bear on this climbing out the mountain. I don't know why they got to get to the top of the mountain. I don't know. But that's the problem. And the solution is for whatever reason, they have a problem, and the solution is at the top of this mountain. So they need to get to the top of that mountain, and they need help to do it because they know that they can't do it on their own. So they got 2 guides, 2 mountain climbing guides that are there at the bottom. The first guy goes, "Hey, here's my credentials. I'm super awesome, and here's my positive reviews that everybody's told about me, and here's a book that I wrote about how to climb mountains that makes me really, really awesome. And I've been on a bunch of talk shows about how to climb mountains really, really awesome, and I've been on this mountain hundreds of times, so I know the way, and it's going to be $1,000 to get there, and you got to give me $1,000 now." But I got all this proof of that proof of concept. I know what I'm doing and all that fun stuff. So you should choose me. You should choose me going up the mountain, person. And so you're like, oh, okay, well that's a good proposition. It's a good offer. Not horrible. Not awesome, but not horrible either. So you go to the second guy, and he's got the exact same credentials, maybe one less review, and he's saying, probably not as awesome as that guy over there. I haven't been on talk shows that guy was, but maybe. So we'll say $800. I'll bring you to the top of the mountain, $800. But I've been there hundreds of times. That was the only difference. So he knocked his price down a little bit. Meanwhile, you go to the third guy, the third coach there, and he says, "You know what? You don't know me, and I don't know you, and I don't know if we're a right fit here. I don't know if we're going to get along climbing up this mountain. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to take you up I'm going to take you to the third of the way up. Let's say it's a 1,000-foot mountain. I'm going to take you to that 300-foot mark. And for free, I'm going to take you up there. And when you're there, if you decide that you want me to take you the rest of the way, I'm going to go ahead and take you the rest of the way. And I'll let you know how much that is when we get there. But it's on par with what these guys are saying there too. And if you don't like my style, if you don't like the routes that I'm taking, no loss, no foul. You start back, you go right back down and do that. So which of those misfit do you think that guy is going to choose? He's like, yeah, I'm going to choose that third guy because now I know what I'm getting when I sign up with this guy. I don't know what those other two are about. I don't know if they're going to screw me over, but this guy is at least going to prove that he knows what he's talking about by actually walking me up the mountain. So that's what you do with your content marketing and all your videos and all your blog posts is you're actually solving their problems. You're actually showing them. It's like you go into the grocery store and there's that nice old lady there slicing up pizzas, and she's like, "Would you like a slice of pizza, young man/woman?" And you're like, "Yes, thank you. Here, do you like that? Yeah, great. If you like that, you're going to like the full pizza. We get to try it before we buy it, that sort of thing. That's what your content marketing is all about. They have no idea if you're good at what you do, and meanwhile, you do all that, and it puts you on above everybody else, puts you in a league of your own. It makes you position yourself as a helper, as a giver, as a solver of problems before you ask for a thing, and more importantly, it positions you as the expert. And there's a very famous, one of my favorite online marketers called Billy Jean, and he said, which one of these people does the future look brighter for? He goes, you got the guy that's the quote-unquote expert. He's wrote books, best-selling books. He's been on talk shows, and he has been on talk shows. He's got books. He's got case studies and testimonials. He's got all that stuff. Okay? He makes a very compelling argument. Very convincing argument. I'll tell you why I said excuse me there later. You want to be careful because there's a big difference between compelling and convincing. So he makes a very convincing argument that he's the expert, that you should choose him for whatever problem you want solved. Meanwhile, there's a second guy out there that's got none of that, no books written, none of that, but he's got 50 YouTube videos, he's got 50 blog posts, articles, all about content marketing, all about him showing his expertise, all about him solving problems, your problem before he does anything. And all his videos, he's not being overt with it. All his videos are actually like demonstrations and testimonials and actually, hey, tips to lose weight. Here you go. Tips to help out with the skincare. Here you go. Which one is got the brighter future? Billy Jean says it's the guy with all that content, all those videos. He goes, because that's just hands down enormously powerful, because the guy that's in that first group, he's trying to shout louder than the other guy. Everybody's trying to shout louder. Give me your attention. Give me your attention. Oh, you're on 3 talk shows? I was on 4 talk shows. You've got 5 proven case studies? I've got 7. Yeah, pick me. And meanwhile, the other person that's prospecting, that's on the lookout for this, is just like, dude, I just want to know who's going to help me. And the best way to actually prove to somebody that you can help them is actually by helping them now. Another famous marketer, Frank Kern, said, all we're doing with our selling and our marketing is we're trying to convince somebody that we can solve their problems so that they can have a better future. And Frank Kern says there's no better way to actually show somebody that you're the route to make them have an awesome future by actually improving their present. Isn't that cool? Isn't that amazing? So that's what you're actually doing with your content marketing, is you're improving their present day. And they like you and they know you and trust you, and you don't actually have to do a thing there. You don't have to waste your time propositioning them and presenting and follow up and blah, 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 blah. If they like what your content is, they're going to, hey, what else you got? All right, so that brings us to the end, Misfit. We covered a lot of ground today. Quick little review. Steps 1, 2, 3, determine who you are and your target market and your expertise. Who it is, remember, getting super, super specific. Step 2, what's unique about you? What's so special about you? How are you going about it? Different than everybody else. What's your version of a blue ocean? Blue ocean. Oh, and you can 2 books to go read / listen to, because of audible.com. I'm not affiliate with them. I'm not a plug at all, but probably should be because they're so awesome, and I recommend everybody going to audible.com. But you can go get, start with why, Simon Sinek, as far as branding yourself. Start with why. Remember, going after your mission. Number 2, there is Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. That one I should definitely have a link for. You know what? I'm going to include my link in that one as well. So if you go get Russell Brunson's Expert Secrets through my link, I'm going to get a little something for it. So thank you so much for that. I'm going to go put that towards our llama fund. Me and my wife, Bethany, we're going to buy a llama one day because that's one of her dreams, and my dream is to make her dreams come true, and she wants to have a llama. So I don't know what she's going to do with the llama. All I do is make her see a smile. So I'm going to help. We're going to that money there, all my affiliate money that I get through affiliate links and whatnot, all goes to the llama fund. And it's either that or helping out dogs that are around here. We're in case you didn't know, we're very big animal lovers. And that brings it to number 3 is just get out there and do that content marketing and set up that website. Take out your own YouTube channel. Dude, it's flipping frackin' free. And I don't think I swore it all on this one, so I don't think I have to put an explicit next to it. But we invent our own swear words. Instead of fracking, it's going to be flupping. It's flupping free. Invent your own YouTube channel. And if you're like, nobody's watching it, I don't know how to do SEO and search engine optimization it and doing all that. Dude, you create a video that you're not selling. You're actually helping them out. 10 tips about da-da-da-da-da. Hey, the 7 steps da-da-da-da-da, where you're actually solving their problems, your content. And you're going up to a stranger and you say, oh, you got this problem? Here, I can record a video. Go watch it. Or you go on to social media and you're just picking out people that have that problem. And you're like, oh, I record a video about solving that problem. Go there. Who cares? And don't even bother about selling them something, okay? We'll talk about how to do the videos before long. But all you want is eyeballs in front of your content. That's it. All you need is 100. I would even say 100, okay? Sorry, pause. After these messages, we'll be right back. I need a drink of water. That's the rule. When you're listening to this and you got some beverage beside you, you got to take a drink when I take a drink, and afterwards you got to go, That's the rule if you want to keep listening to these. Okay, Misfit? Okay, where do we go from here? We got to go and content marketing. I thought I had something more to say. Nope, I think I got it all. Hey, Misfit, I love you. I expect you to be great. I expect you to, because you're meant for greatness, okay? I expect you to keep channeling that greatness, keep changing those lives, keep following what I'm putting down, and you're going to be okay. Love you, Misfit. We'll catch you in the next one, all right? Go get them.
Hey, this is Batman. I'm like one of the very first Misfits, and I talk with a really cool low voice like this, and I got some killer abs, and I got something to tell you. First up, you want to be on this Misfit journey with us? Well, that's just fine. Like, we're going to be seeing what Coach Spiegel is going to be doing on his way to millions and changing the world, and you get to see that happen. And you can jump on and start your own businesses as well. Might as well start with the MLM world. And if you do that, you're going to need customers and clients. Yeah, you pretty much need that whichever business that you're in, but especially in this MLM world. And if you're going to need customers and clients, you're going to need leads. So to get your leads, Coach Spiegel is pretty cool. He made for you a cool little MP3 download, and you just go ahead and download that and find out 17 sources of mostly free leads that's fun and easy to get, and what to do with them when you got them. Because it's kind of like a dog is chasing after a car, and they grab a hold of those leads. It's like the dog's got a hold of the car, and the dog's like, now what do I do? So that's what it is. A lot of people with leads are like, I got all these leads. What do I do with them? What do I say? What am I supposed to write them or talk to them on the phone or email them? What do I do? So the free resource there to help you out on that front. Just go to 17 free sources. No, that's a bad one. Why don't you go to theforgivenmisfits.com/leads. And if that's a little bit too much to remember, do just click in the link in the description box, that goes with this podcast. You just click on over there, and that will take you right there. Fun, easy, mostly free leads for your business, whichever it may be. We will see you there, Misfit. Keep on being awesome and don't forget to work on those abs. Bye for now. Thank you for being great and for making a difference in the world. I love you.